Cheers, everybody. Happy Mimosa Monday. So today we're going to be talking a little bit about cameras. I have 3 emails in my inbox right now from people that are asking me if I could help them learn how to use their cameras, which is not surprising to me because right before Christmas I had probably 10 emails about how do I buy a camera. So it makes sense that people that bought cameras now want to learn how to use them. So that's great. So I wanted to share with you guys 3 special tips that I'm going to give you on how to take better pictures. I'm also at the end of the episode going to talk about the classes that I'm going to be offering here at the studio. Just a little service for my clients and some of our loyal followers, all of you guys that watch Mimosa Monday. I'm not becoming like a professional photography teacher or anything, but I think that I would really love to serve my community in that way and just help you guys to take better pictures, because ultimately I believe in photography. I think it's so important for your life, and I would love for you guys to be taking pictures all the time. So those tips that I want to share with you, we'll start here with the camera. One thing that I see people doing really frequently when they switch from maybe just iPhone photos or some type of a small point and shoot to a more professional DSLR camera is that people are really attached to this thing called live view. So you are able to use your DSLR in a way that would show you live on the LCD screen here what the picture is, and so people are used to taking pictures like this with their eyes away from the camera. There's a couple reasons I would recommend that you stop doing that. Number one, it looks kind of silly. I'm just kidding. I mean, it does, but that's not one of the reasons. It does drain your battery really quickly. That's going to take a lot of energy out of your camera to, be showing all of that live, and I think that that's a really good way to waste your battery. And number two, it's better, specifically if you're shooting in low light conditions, if you can stabilize your camera against your face. So this is a much more sturdy position than out here. And the third is that I think that you're going to feel a lot more committed to this photo. You're going to be really like up in there, and you're going to be able to better see what you're taking a picture of without distractions from the outside world. You want to be in your little camera world, not in the real world while you're taking a photo. So that's the first one. The second one, something I see a lot of people doing is I feel like everyone's really far away from their subjects. And I think that comes a little bit from lack of confidence, right? So, you don't really know how to use your camera. You're just starting out and you don't want to like get in anybody's way. And so you kind of tend to hang back a little bit. But the biggest advice that I can give to any new photographer in terms of composition is to just get closer. I think that's a really good place to start. You'll see your photographs start to be a little bit more intentional and just look better as you really get in there. And the third thing is also another compositional thing. Rule of thirds is something that I think a lot of people know about, but I just wanted to address it because it is a really great way to start thinking about composition. And I think one reason that people's composition, and by that I mean the way that you arrange objects in the frame, a lot of times people don't really think about that. They're very subject focused. So they say, okay, I want to take a picture of this pencil. So they put the pencil in the middle of the frame and then they take the picture. And it's like the most boring photograph of a pencil you could ever imagine, but they took a picture of the pencil. So I think that rule of thirds is a really great, it's the most basic compositional thing that you could learn, but it's basically the idea that you want the points of interest in your image to land on thirds. This is a wedding album and it's highly reflective, so I'm trying to get it so that you guys can see it well. That just might not happen. Hang on, let me take my screen down. Okay, so this here is, like I said, a wedding photograph, and you can see this is, so if you were to cut this horizontally into thirds, it would cut right about there. So you can see I've placed the horizon line on the bottom third, and then when you crop, or rather if you were to segment the horizontal width of this image into thirds, this is another third line, and this is where I put the subject. So think of how boring this image would have been if the horizon was going directly through the center of it and the couple was directly in the center of it. So that's just one example of rule of thirds. If you Google that, you'll find like a million others, but that's just one I wanted to share with you guys. So if you found these tips helpful and you want way more of these tips, and actually if you're looking specifically for something a little bit more technical in terms of how to set your camera and how to use your camera in kind of more of like a hands-on learning environment, like I said, I am going to be offering some classes here at the studio, and I need your help because I'm not exactly sure what everybody would like to learn about. I do have, like I said, some emails from people that have written in, but what I would love for you to do, if you're interested or if you have a friend that's interested, tag them. And I'm going to be giving away 1 tuition for a lucky viewer who comments on this video and shares with me, first of all, what they like to take photographs of or what they would like to take photographs of, and secondly, something that they're hoping to learn from the class. So if you were to take your ideal photo class with me, what is the most pressing thing or things that you are hoping to get help with? Is it shooting indoors? Is it shooting sports for your kids' sporting events? Do you want to be able to use flash better? If you know, whatever it is, just share that with me. And like I said, I'm going to do a little drawing at the end of this week once we have the official, you know, everybody's posted. So for the week, like I said, comment on the video and tell me what you want to take better pictures of and something that you'd like to learn from the class. And I will give 1 tuition away to somebody. Ooh, look, somebody's already posting. Hi, Linda. So please share this with your friends. I'm really looking to teach as many people as possible through these dreary winter months when it's still like dark and gross out before we're all outside doing more fun things. So like I said, share it and let me know what you're interested in learning. And I hope that I get to teach some of you guys how to use your cameras better and take more pictures in your life. All right, everybody, that's it. I hope that you've enjoyed this first Mimosa Monday back. I guess it's the second, but last week was kind of introductory. So back at it. Hope that you guys have a great week. Cheers. And we'll see you next week on Mimosa Monday. Bye, guys.